Good morning, ladies. I hope you're doing fantastic. I apologize for not getting this video to you yesterday, but we actually changed the UX, which is how you experience the back office as an administrator this morning, which meant the video I would have sent you yesterday would have been useless. So I had to wait. So we're going to do a quick run through. I just want to freshen your minds on a few things. So once you've logged in, you're going to arrive to the home screen, which is right here. Now, cool little thing is our trials now have kind of a little, hey, have you done a few things? So, create a program, add an activity, add a product. So actually, when you're here, you can actually go ahead and go straight to that screen and do something like that. So this is just a great way of doing a few things. And then, of course, we've got, you can contact us if you need to. What's most important today is activities. So let's dive into that. What I really want you to start playing around with, I'm going to build out what I've kind of envisioned as being moving forward with getting started from day one. What I want you to do is just get a feel for how the system works and how you interact with it. Now, reminder, what we're experiencing right now in this video is what you experience, not your clients. So when you click on the Activities tab right here, you're going to go to a page similar to this. You can create different programs. So currently there is a program. You can create many. You can do that by clicking on the plus symbol right here. And you can create, I'm going to create a test program. You can choose a start date for the program. Just make it for to make it easy, just go by the year. Some people have different ways of doing it, but that's how I like to do it. Make it visible to clients. That means that they can see it when they arrive to the store. If you want to have registration periods, so maybe you want to create something and you want it visible, but the registration starts and ends at specific times, you can do that there. Don't worry about pre-registration for now. Custom messages, this is just adding in, so when people arrive to the store, they can read stuff. Visible to clients, for example. This goes on the confirmation screen. I'm going to go ahead and confirm that. Once I've created a program here, I'm within the program, and I'm able to make new activities. So it's broken down by categories, subcategories, and names. Think of it as a 4-level structure. You've got your program, then you've got a category, then a subcategory, then a name. This is easily visible here in Test Camp. You can see the program is Test Camp, the category is Teens and Preteens, the subcategory is Base Camp, and then the actual activity is Base Camp. So you can see how that kind of breaks down, and what this does is it makes it easier for people to find where they're looking to store. Instead of like a giant list of classes, they can use visual cues to get them to what they want to find quicker. In this case, the different options. I'm going to go back into, I'm going to go ahead and create a new activity. So number of ways of doing that. You can duplicate an activity. So I can take this activity right here and I can duplicate it. Or I can go ahead and create an entirely new activity, which I'm going to do right here. All of the subcategories I've used will be available. I can create new categories if I wish, which I'm doing right now. And then you can have different things. Now this is where again, there's going to be a lot of interesting things for you guys to do. So your ledger codes, how you track your money, you can create them and add them here. If you want to put locations for people to be visible, descriptions. This type of stuff isn't as important right now. This is to make it look pretty. We want you to understand the structure. Of course, you're going to set your schedule. Important little piece of information. So the start date. So let's imagine it starts next week, and then it ends on January 16th. It seems intuitive to go, oh, okay, it ends on January 15th. But if you do that, the system thinks, because some things run 24 hours a day, that's how that works. In this case, it's actually going to be a recurrence. Okay, so for instance, if you have, let me remove the recurrence. If you see right here, this is like an all-week camp that goes from, say, like 9 a.m. on a Monday to 3 p.m. on a Friday, right? So that's on January 11th at this time to January 15th at this time. For day camps, you're going to be doing what's called a recurrence. So it's going to be Monday to Friday in this case, and you can end it, okay, either on a specific day after, like for instance, after 1 week, or you can end on a specific day, which will be there. You can display the schedule on the invoice as well. Session is where you're going to go ahead and choose the price. So you just put the price, spots available. If they're unlimited or specified, it's easy. And then, of course, is it taxable? Some things won't be. Let me see this. There you go. And then, of course, payments. You're going to choose online payments, and you might allow for recurring payments depending on what you're looking to do. Restrictions is going to be age restrictions. You can do, of course, gender restrictions, add a waiting list. If you want to sync it up with a membership, and products, you can do that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click save. Oops, I forgot something. Oh, I forgot to give it a price. $100. Did I forget anything else? No. Oh, no, I did. I'm going to waive the taxes. So there are certain things you have to let the system know to do. So that's how you set up an activity. Cool little features right here. It's all, you can drag and drop everything. So I can, when the side window's closed, I can pull Mr. Pools down here. I can pull, oops, sorry, I can close this. I can pull Mr. Pools down here. I can pull, if I don't like, if I want to put test camp up here, I can do that there. I think I've made it difficult for myself now. Okay, I shouldn't have done that, but I just deleted that by accident. But you're able to do a lot of different things. If I don't like Basecamp right here and I want to pull it here, I can do that. If I want to change my mind, I can pull it back. So there's a lot of editing that you can do to make things work a little bit better for yourself. So that is really probably the biggest thing to focus on right now. The second thing you want to be able to do, I'm going to set something up for you to view as well. But at this point, what you want to be able to do is going to go jump into the forms, which you're going to click on account right here. You're going to go all the way over to forms, and you're going to click on forms. And then you want to go ahead and you're going to choose this. You can create a new form. I would just recommend that you just work off the default child form for now. It doesn't really matter, but it's just easier to keep track of things. So I'm going to click over to the child form. The system is going to recognize when a child is there. If it's less than 18, they're going to get the child form. So you don't have to worry about parents choosing or anything like that. Right here, display form for every purchase. So maybe parents come back. For instance, like they'll buy one child another day, come back the next day, and buy another camp because they forgot or something. You could have it so they don't have to fill out the forms. So for instance, maybe it's once a year. So you just go every 12 months, they have to redo the form just to make sure no information has changed. But if they buy from you once, that form is good for 12 months. Important to remember that if you have multiple forms for multiple activities that are actually different, then that won't apply. But in this case, it's very straightforward, I think. These are our stock questions. So these are ones that are just very common. Many of our clients use them, so they're just available. You can make them visible. You can make them required, meaning the client has to give you that information or they can't move forward. Or admin optional, meaning if you're registering on behalf of somebody or doing a quick class switch, you can skip it. Right here, this is the most important one. This is where you're going to add additional questions. So let's spend some time here. To adding those custom things you need on your form, you're going to go click on Edit right here. It's going to take you to a new screen. You're going to go ahead and add a new record. Okay? And then you create a name. So I'm just going to create, I'll call it photo release because that's a pretty straightforward one. Do you give permission for us to post photos of your child on social media, for instance? The answer is going to be, now there's a number of answer possibilities, but we're going to make it required. They have to answer, and then we're going to give it a yes, no answer type. So they're going to give a yes or a no. You'll be able to run reports and get an accurate assessment of who gave you that permission. Once that's done, you're going to go back to form configuration. You're going to scroll all the way down. We're going to make sure that we're on the child form. And we're going to go pull the photo release over, and we're going to go ahead and submit. Okay, so you go down here, you see it's there. When you go to register, that will now be visible on the form. So you can do that for any type of question, comment, thing that you'd like to do. I hope this video was helpful. This is strictly the back end. I'm going to shoot you another one that's for the front end really quickly so you can just remember how that works.